Language didn't win World War II. That idea feels powerful, and it's misleading. Blitzkrieg looked unstoppable, until it wasn't. Fast tanks don't end wars, they start problems faster. Momentum creates headlines, it also creates blind spots. Armies don't collapse because you move quickly, they collapse when you can't stop. This is where most people get it wrong. They confuse shock with victory. They mistake motion for control. Speed buys time. It never decides outcomes.
So here's the real question. If speed didn't decide the war, what actually did? Blitzkrieg won World War II. Speed broke armies. Momentum shattered nations. That's the story. Fast tanks, fast radios, fast decisions. Germany didn't just fight better, they moved faster, and the world couldn't keep up. This belief sits comfortably in military culture. Speed equals superiority. Hesitation equals death. It feels modern. It feels aggressive. It feels right.
And that's exactly why it's dangerous. Because speed didn't decide the war. It only decided who got shocked first. Blitzkrieg looks unstoppable on camera. Columns of armor slicing through borders, aircraft screaming overhead, front lines collapsing in days. France fell fast, Poland fell faster. Maps changed before anyone could react. Speed creates psychological collapse, command paralysis, fear, and fear spreads quicker than bullets. This is where most people stop thinking.
They confuse surprise with sustainability. They mistake tempo for dominance. Early success becomes proof of concept. Doctrine hardens into dogma. If speed worked once, it must work everywhere. But wars don't reward repetition. They punish it. Blitzkrieg only works under narrow conditions. Short distances, fragile opponents, unprepared defenses. Remove any one of those, and speed turns into exposure. Fast armies outrun their supply. They burn fuel faster than it arrives.
They lose cohesion. Momentum creates vulnerability. Every kilometer forward stretches logistics thinner. Every breakthrough creates flanks that need guarding. Every delay compounds risk. Speed demands perfection. War never delivers it. And when friction appears, speed doesn't save you, it traps you. Here's the contradiction nobody likes. The faster you move, the more fragile you become. Blitzkrieg didn't win because it was fast. It worked because it faced brittle systems.
Once opponents adapted, speed lost its magic. Armies learned to trade space for time, to absorb shock instead of chasing it, to slow the battlefield. And when speed slowed, Germany had nothing else. No depth, no endurance, no margin for error. Blitzkrieg couldn't scale, couldn't pause, couldn't recover. It was a gamble disguised as doctrine. World War II didn't end in a sprint, it ended in exhaustion. Long campaigns, grinding fronts, endless replacement cycles.
This is where speed failed completely. Fast operations create quick decisions, but wars demand long answers. Factories don't care about tempo. Supply chains don't accelerate because commanders want them to. Manpower doesn't regenerate faster because plans look elegant. The side that survived wasn't the fastest. It was the most patient. Blitzkrieg burned bright, then burned out. Attrition finished the job. Now look at modern warfare.
high-speed offensives still dominate headlines.
Rapid advances, shock and awe, lightning strikes. They never last. Initial breakthroughs stall, supply convoys lag, maintenance collapses. This is where most people get it wrong. They think modern technology fixed the problem. It didn't. It made it worse. Faster vehicles consume more fuel. Precision weapons depend on fragile supply chains. Networked warfare breaks when networks fail. Speed increases dependency. Dependency increases vulnerability.
Modern armies don't collapse from enemy fire. They stall from internal strain. And once speed slows, everything else gets exposed. Here it is. Speed is not a strategy, it's a condition. It amplifies strengths and magnifies weaknesses. Blitzkrieg didn't decide World War II. It front-loaded success and postponed failure. The myth survives because it flatters commanders. It suggests brilliance over preparation, daring over discipline. But war doesn't reward style, it rewards structure. Fast victories make for great stories. Slow victories make for real outcomes. And armies that confuse the two repeat the same mistake, just with newer equipment. Future wars will still start fast. They always do. But they won't be decided there. The real fight begins when momentum fades, when plans collide with reality, when speed meets resistance. The winning force won't be the one that moves first. It will be the one that survives slowdown, the one that plans for friction, for delay, for failure. Speed opens doors. Endurance decides who walks through them. And the next time a war shocks the world with rapid advances, the real question won't be how fast it started. It will be this: what happens when speed finally runs out?